Hey, beautiful people. It's Friday, and we're back with an all-new episode of Point of View. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Before we get started, let's welcome Willie to the table.
Girl, I thought you was going to say, welcome back me.
No,
Willie.
Oh, you too. Welcome back, Julie.
Hey, Willie.
Coming up, Kim Kardashian and TD Jakes are both facing lawsuits, but for different reasons. We have all the details, and later, an unpopular opinion, a family hired a Donald Trump impersonator for their kid's birthday party. Was it a fun idea or totally out of line? We want to hear y'all thoughts, so come on in, get comfortable, join the discussion. This is POV. So Kim Kardashian is facing a lawsuit after posting the wrong photo of a New York man, identifying him as a Texas death row inmate on her Instagram. The man claims this misidentification damaged his reputation, leading to emotional distress and the need for medical care. I feel like he's reaching, but I get it. Kim's lawyer later came out and described the incident as a simple mistake. What y'all think? Simple is very underplayed.
A simple mistake. You don't think that she meant to?
I don't think whoever did it meant to do it.
Okay.
I think it was a mistake.
You think it was a genuine mistake?
I do.
I think it was genuine as well, but that doesn't take anything away from the fact that this is this man's life.
Right.
We don't look at things before we post them online? Oh.
Well, I think
like
Kim doesn't.
It's not like they would recognize, oh, no, this is not him. We know him personally.
I mean, well, when you go look up, because we used to do this in our family, you can go look up in the system and find a person's picture in corrections. Okay. And those look totally like two different types of people.
Yeah.
Well,
so, she needs a
they're not too far off. They're not too far off.
Roll the picture back.
Roll it back.
Roll the picture back. These are two different people.
They're not that far off. He got a lazy eye. Come on, let's see the other one. He got a lazy eye. They're not that far off.
It's not that far off. But you know what I feel like what happened? It seems like maybe they were trying to post what they thought was a better picture of him to kind of pull on people's heartstrings, showing him as a upstanding individual, and it was an upstanding
and not a
individual,
mugshot.
just not the exactly.
Yeah.
No correlation.
I don't know. I just feel like doing your research, like I feel like yes, it could have been a really simple mistake, but also like I feel like things are looked at and before they're posted. I'm ahead of myself today. Before they're posted, so it's like a mistake, but also like you look at them pictures before you post them pictures on your story. You look at you look at things before you actually post it to your story or your actual feed. So me believing that it's a mistake is really like.
But what would be the benefit of them like just doing it on purpose or like? What's the other side of that?
It's probably not on purpose, but maybe they did not clearly do the proper research, and they probably just looked at a picture of this man
and just put it up.
Right? Oh, that's Ivan. This Ivan. Let's go with it. But it is very detrimental because Kim Kardashian has 350 million plus followers on Instagram.
And let's not forget she's studying law. This is a big key to it. Like I don't think I want to hire her now. She may have me mixed up with somebody else. I'll be locked up for life. No, Kim, you try again. Take the test again.
Is she available for hire though? Because I'm thinking that she was like pro bono, jumping on the back end of somebody else's case.
I think she was starting. Like I don't think she like finished.
Well, finish.
It was put on hold.
No, she needs some more time. She needs some more time.
Do we feel like the real Ivan? Do we feel like he has a fair chance at winning this case?
Absolutely.
I think so. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I hope he do win.
I hope he gets skimmed so he can bring the price down a little bit.
What?
Yeah, we need somebody to represent us better in the price.
I am done.
I got a whole card I'm ready to press purchase.
Can you imagine though somebody posting a picture of y'all and saying that y'all, are about to be on death row?
Yeah, but you know what? It's a shame too because when you do that Google search, do you know how many your songs come up, baby? No, like for real, you think your name is uncommon until you realize, baby, there's 50 of you walking around here.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a dirty world.
That is crazy.
That has to be scary for him though.
On to our next story. This is one I don't know how I feel about, but Bishop Jakes is fighting back against sexual misconduct allegations. He's being sued. Well, he's suing former pastor Dwayne Youngblood, who he says tried to extort him for $6 million. Willie, I'm gonna need you to take over for this one. Jakes insists the claims are false and blames online misinformation for causing him serious stress, even affecting his health.
Okay, so you know, Bishop Jakes has been in the news quite a bit with in connection with P.
Diddy, yeah.
I'm
here with you.
Get it out.
I'm with you.
But you know, my question would be: is in all of this, there's a lot of people when it comes to these type of things when it deals with sexual abuse. Often people are silent until they're able to feel comfortable, and maybe it is one of those situations where this pastor is feeling comfortable to come forward. Of course, Bishop T.D. Jakes is not going to come out and say, yes, this is what I did.
Of course.
And so I think it needs to be, what I think needs to do is, especially as people who are in the church world, they need to step away from things like this and handle it as the Bible does, which is there's 3 steps to handle these kind of things, and this is not it. It should never got to the place where it's publicized, because you have people that say, yeah, I knew he was that kind of person anyway. And it shines a negative light on church, because then people already have a problem with church folk.
But what do you say? Excuse me. But what do you say when the people who have already been victims to this, what do you say to those people when they see this as an opportunity to say, hey, oh my God, like that almost happened to me too, or that did happen to me too by the same person?
So you don't stop being a victim based off of somebody's being exploited on national television or presence.
No,
you remain a victim from the time that you was abused.
Correct.
So those are things that you
But
have.
at what point do you, like you just said, like it comes a time when people feel comfortable enough to tell their story? What if this was that opportunity for those victims to come forward and say, hey, you know what? Maybe now I could tell my story too, because somebody else already opened the door.
I agree with that. I just don't agree the way. It's all about the way that things are done. Because at the end of the day, if it was not Bishop T.D. Jakes, it could have been some pastor in the back of a dirt road. People wouldn't be like, oh, well, who is that? See what I'm saying? It's sometimes, even with the Kim Kardashian situation, it's all about who it is. And people take advantage of these figures. I wouldn't even say celebrities, because it's in church, but people take advantage of that moment. And it's by no means, because I don't want y'all sending no messages to me, because I'll fix you. But I do want you to know, I'm not no means condoning anything that is wrong. What I'm saying is don't use this opportunity as your excuse to say something happened if it really didn't happen. If it did happen, seek the necessary biblical help that's needed, and don't come to, on Facebook and social media and allow this thing to come where it's like the church and all this stuff, because the Catholic Church goes through a lot too. And so, at the end of the day, as a Christian myself, we have the obligation to protect the message of the gospel, and that's above all.
Okay, so now with Mr. Jakes.
But they're both pastors.
Correct. But he said he's a former pastor.
Well, let's go back to Mr. Jakes. So with Mr. T.D. Jakes being so close, rubbing elbows with Diddy, how do you explain, that? Like, what could someone like T.D. Jakes have in common or likeness to someone like P. Diddy?
So I can't speak on the P. Diddy side. I don't know how I end up in the hot seat. I can't speak. I can't speak on the P. Diddy side, but I do know that in sports arena and things like that, there are individuals who are ministers that are like chaplains that are assigned to these individuals to cover them in prayer, to mentor them.
Something like a handler?
No.
Oh, Lord.
I'll turn it back over to the top.
I just want to say to the point.
I just asked the question.
I did want to say to the point, Willie, about handling it initially like on a smaller platform. So Pastor Youngblood did attempt allegedly to settle, before taking.
It got this big.
Exactly.
Okay. $6 million.
$6 million. So I mean,
to handle
how
it
far
privately.
was he really willing to go?
Right.
This is just a mess. I don't know how I feel about it. And then where you going with it, Junie?
It's hard for me to believe. Like I know that they say like you shouldn't idolize people, but I do feel like people that really like hard down support TD Jakes really do idolize him. So I do feel like, like he is like their God, in some sense. And he's supposed to be, like a leader of some sort. Like he's supposed to be this person that makes no mistakes. Now, granted, nobody is perfect. We all understand that.
Right.
But also, like, I don't something just doesn't make sense with this man rubbing elbows with Diddy all the time. Like they like
real quick, just real fast.
And he said the chat.
If you look at Dr. Juanita Bynum, so she said this. There's a time in your life where you get elevated to you lose humility and you have to remain in consecration. And so with that being said, there's a time when we have to all go back to the table and get back to the original foundation. This may be a time with all this going on for Bishop Jakes and his family to take a break, a sabbatical, and really just get to that place and allow other people to,
So can we just really quickly, because I know we're wrapping up this segment, could you just really explain to me what you think about TD Jakes attending these Diddy parties?
Okay, as I've said before, I mean, if he's attending...
I'm going to save you, Willie. We got to take a short commercial. I tried to stay out of this one. I let you stay long enough. But y'all stick with us. After the break, we have Girlfriend's Guide and Unpopular Opinion. Don't go nowhere and don't let Junie trap you into no conversation. This is POV.
What's up, family? Happy Friday. We have made it to the end of the week, and y'all know I got one more question before we end this week. So if you guys could ask for advice from any successful person in the world, dead or alive, who would it be and what would you ask?
I would maybe I would ask Job.
Who? Job. Okay.
Jesus.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
That even though in the end of that trial he was getting a little boastful, a little haughty, a little bit.
Okay.
What really sustained him? I know it was his faith in God, but kept him from just just having that peace, even when he was like low key tormented. Other than that, baby, these people, if you ain't made it to the Bible yet, you ain't got nothing to tell me about success.
Well, I would like to ask Elon Musk, how'd you do it? How'd you do it?
Serving the devil.
How did you get the world at the palm of your hand? How did you do it? I would love to sit down and chat about something.
Sell your soul, baby. You can get it too.
You think that's what he did?
It's that simple.
Wow.
Clearly, without a
We're all in
shadow of a doubt.
agreement. Okay.
What about you, Willie? Do you
Frederick
feel
Douglass.
okay.
Frederick Douglass.
I can see
That's
it.
who is.
Frederick?
Douglass.
And Raquel, if you had one successful person you could ask?
Oh man, it's interesting because just like you were saying, you gotta be careful, like you asking about success from people because you're not really sure like what they actually did to get it. So I'm gonna pass on that question.
Okay, well, if
right
you
now.
have anybody that you would like, anybody successful, dead or alive, that you would like to ask anything to, drop it down in our comments. We would love to hear from you. We'll be right back to POV right now.
Welcome back. It's that part of the show where we dive into love, life, relationships, and everything in between. Let's get into Girlfriend's Guide. So I actually saw an interesting post online that said men should spend 9 months getting into the best shape of their lives before having a baby. But do you know men can actually go through real physical changes during their partner's pregnancy? It's called, I believe, Couveid syndrome or sympathetic pregnancy. Interesting, right? Have y'all heard about that?
No.
No?
I've also never been pregnant, so.
Okay. You've never heard of like, when the woman is pregnant, the man kind of gets the
Yeah.
symptoms and they have morning sickness and they're tired. And
No.
I didn't know it was called Cuvade, but I have heard of sympathetic pregnancy. They gain weight and they're feeling different things. Yeah.
yeah, when
That
I
sounds like
saw,
a lazy man to me.
Okay.
well,
Excuse me?
realistically, he's attached to the baby in a way
Yeah,
too. Yeah. So that,
Yeah.
it's like a little tethering or something. But I thought that that comment was really cool. When the guy was saying that, and he actually had a video of like him showing himself like preparing for 9 months, eating healthy, drinking no alcohol, smoking. I mean nothing. Just really in the best shape of his life. And he was saying that. I believe it was 55% of the child's, I don't know if it's genetic makeup or something, comes from the father. And so if you are depleted in a sense, then you're giving off, you know what I'm saying? Like not your best sperm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like if you are a depressed man and you
can
know
pass it on.
Yeah.
You
if
are
you're
passing-
sluggish, if you're unhealthy.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's how, a lot
So
of.
they should do that before pregnancy? Like they should spend 9 months before pregnancy preparing themselves for that? Or it should be during the pregnancy?
I think he was talking about during.
If,
Right,
no,
it's
if
already-
he's saying
No?
before. If he's saying
Okay,
during,
okay.
then-
Because he was talking about
Because
the
it's
food
already
you
in there.
eat.
We already there.
He was talking about the music that's being played. He was talking about like the different interactions that you can have. Like
No.
just with himself. Okay.
Before he was talking about preparing your sperm.
Okay.
So like,
Oh.
yeah.
So
exactly.
it's super healthy for the
Yeah.
child.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. I
actually
mean, you
like
don't want to
that.
pass
Yeah,
on anything.
I actually like that.
Dang, I wonder what we done reproduced playing around over here. Y'all smoking and drinking. and,
Stop.
I mean,
stop.
hey.
But they'd have to really plan that this is what they want to do.
Most that I've seen try to plan out pregnancies.
Okay.
So he's saying if you're going to start planning it, but I would say, because what I'm about to say is that, women should be doing the same. I don't know why you're just putting on the men. You got to carry her, him,
The
the child.
There we go.
You have to.
Well, I think this was just
Right.
mainly about the man speaking to other men
I get it.
about
I
what-
just want. I love that. I 100% agree. But I
y'all
wouldn't
passing
Women
it
are
to
always
us.
responsible.
I just want no.
They're always having to be the responsible
Well,
party.
Kim Kardashian wasn't responsible when she got the wrong person.
Oh, we talking about pregnancy.
So
They have beautiful children.
I'm not talking about the children. I'm talking about her responsibility. But nonetheless, run on y'all for 9 months and see what the end gonna be. Got it.
I think people who have like the proper planning like could actually do that. And I think it should be like a trial. Like they should really show like people who actually prepare and do that preparation and show where the child is after the child is born. Like what
Right.
the statistics are from that child versus a child that,
And,
They were just
and
like,
not-
what
doesn't have that preparation.
Yeah, or not just people that prepare, but people that, I guess it is also preparation, but live a healthy lifestyle.
Right.
Versus like a child that's born from unhealthy parents.
Or just survival.
Right.
Just off of survival.
Right, yeah. Many men tend to gain weight when their partner is pregnant. We see that a lot. Pregnant on a diet, it's a mess. Sometimes due to stress, eating, and mirroring their partner's cravings. So there's so many different ways that, we see even in pregnancy that men and women, if you're in a relationship, walking that thing out together, like that it really is connected.
I just think that like we said before, like I think that while your girlfriend, wife, whoever it is, like first of all, I hope y'all in a committed relationship and you having kids together. So let's start there. But I hope that man, while she's pregnant, is catering to her 100% of the time, like, and keeping themselves together too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you got 9 months to just solely cater to this woman because she's bearing your child.
Yeah.
You could completely transform your whole life in 9 months.
And it's like you said, she's carrying the baby, and he could be, make himself accountable and responsible to carry her.
And work out. Don't get fat and lazy trying to eat what I'm eating because I'm craving things that the baby is craving.
No, that is not the way.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Ain't no reason why I'm up here craving pickles and ice cream up in the bed at 2:00 in the morning, and here you are right beside me eating pickles and ice cream too. What are you doing? You should be in the gym.
Yeah, and
This is why I said
a lot of
it
the
takes
in the
cravings-
world?
a lot of the cravings that women
You're not
have,
carrying a baby?
but a lot of the cravings that women have also come from like things that are depleted in your body. Like if you don't have enough iron and things like that. So it's not just women also need to understand the seriousness of how they treat themselves, their body, and the baby while they're pregnant.
Yeah.
Because you see so many women that want to eat all of this junk, and then you have gestational diabetes, and then the baby comes out, and it's all these things going on. But I do think, to this young man's point, I wish we had a clip. But someone that is, attempting to live a healthy life, or is even conscious enough to prepare themselves before they impregnate someone, that does seem like, a spouse that would be very attentive during the pregnancy.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure, because you're already preparing.
Exactly.
That's the people that already got the nursery ready.
Yeah.
They already got everything going. They got 50,000. All types of pampers and wipes and ready to go. They prepared.
No, those are the ones that's gonna do the cloth diapers. Yeah,
not cloth diapers.
That's why I wouldn't do.
Girl, that's not expensive.
No, it's not. It's not expensive, but it's time consuming. And it's not fun washing the poop out with your hands.
No, I'd imagine that's not.
Yeah.
I don't want no
That's the
cloth
biggest problem.
diaper. No, I thought about it for a second. You almost had me, girl. You almost had me in the cloth diaper until you said you got to hand wash it, baby. No, I'll throw it away.
Not gonna do the poop.
I will throw it
now
away.
It's time for our final segment of the day. Let's get into unpopular opinion. Y'all know here at POV, we are not afraid of a little controversy, and this next story is just that. A mother hired a Donald Trump impersonator to attend her kid's birthday party. But this leads to the question of where should parents draw the line when it comes to getting their children involved in politics? Could this just be harmless fun, or because of the state of the political world? How we feel about this, y'all?
I love it.
I figured you would.
I think it is wonderful. I think y'all just do the
Explain
Trump.
to me why you think this is wonderful at inappropriate at a child's birthday party.
Because they're teaching them patriotism.
Explain that to our audience, please.
Okay, those that don't know what
I get that. I can see that.
But if you look at it, it's like
what is he like 2?
Obviously, the family
3?
supports President Trump. And so I think what this is doing is allowing them to, it may be something he likes. Kids these days are not.
He don't even know who that man is.
That's not true.
You know who that young man is.
These kids come out the womb walking. So I believe that he probably doesn't know who it is. But I think it's great. Parents, great job, parents. Get up with me. We make sure we can get you to the room.
See, it's so funny to me to see.
I know.
I'm wondering if this is the equivalent of a what? You know how they be saying it's a grown people party? Like, this party was not for that baby.
Exactly. This was absolutely for the parents. I don't really know how to feel about it. Like, if I were to walk and I have white friends and they have kids, but I just feel like if I went to their house for their child and there was a fake Trump in there, I would probably scream.
But roll it back, y'all. You got to give it up. He actually did.
No, he was on point.
He did
real
pretty
stiff.
good with that. He did. He got that.
Well, if the idea is if he really impersonated him well, okay.
Yeah,
and
I mean, look at him.
Oh yeah.
But coming to the birthday party for a child,
imagine walking out of that house and being assassinated.
Why this little baby can't grow up to just
for pretending to be Trump? Just imagine.
He wasn't gonna be assassinated.
What? Imagine. What if you had a child and your child was invited to a Donald Trump themed party?
My baby is not going.
I wouldn't like it one.
Why?
My baby is not.
That doesn't even sound like fun.
Why can't
what are they going to exactly?
I know what they're gonna do.
What games are they going to play?
Pin the tail on the donkey. And he gonna be the donkey.
And the donkey gonna be black.
Just be a child. Oh, please.
Lord.
Don't say it, Junie.
No.
The donkey gonna be black.
Don't bring that.
Have you seen a white donkey?
Please, let's not.
Now, it would be funny, though, if they had like a Trump-themed pinata and they beat him up.
Oh, Lord.
Sugar was sure finna come out of that.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna be
that was distasteful.
I do. I think it just let that baby be a baby and grow up.
Yeah.
Well, how you know they can't
They
grow
could have
with
had a
Trump?
Paw Patrol birthday party. Why it had to be
Lord
Trump?
mercy. But y'all wouldn't be saying that if y'all had a Kamala up there. If Kamala was up there, if Kamala was up there
you was gonna say that.
saying
I would have the same
unburdened by
opinion.
what has been. Y'all want me
I would
mad?
have the same opinion.
No, I just
for
don't
sure.
think that little baby should have to be introduced to politics, and especially politics at this level of what we're experiencing.
Well-
Be
right
one
now.
of them children that's gonna go out here in the world, God forbid, and blow up a school.
No, after this, he'll probably be one of them children that goes to the daycare and is telling on all his Mexican classmates.
Oh,
Okay.
You just don't know, Willie. But hey, make America great again. Yeah.
We love it.
really?
It's the stiff neck for me, Lord. What are we coming to? What are we coming to? But as we wrap up today's show, you guys know we've been celebrating Black History all month long. And today, we're shining a spotlight on Madam C.J. Walker, entrepreneur, philanthropist, and activist who rose from poverty in the South to become one of the wealthiest African-American women of her time. That's it for now, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning into POV. Catch us here next week, only on Afro.
See y'all.